Hello and welcome back to the Board Games Maelstrom. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Taverns of Tiefenthal by Wolfgang Warsch, North Star Games. This is it's another one in a long line of great games that Wolfgang Warsch has put out in the last few years. I mean, if you like light games like The Mind, or you like some of his other games like the Quacks of Quedlinburg, or dice rolling games like the Dopplet So Clever or Very Clever. Those are great roll and write games, even better phone apps, to be honest with you. But if you like those type of things, this man has been on a roll. He has been putting out some fantastic games. And today we're going to take a look at the Taverns of Tiefenthal, where you are running a German pub somewhere in the countryside, and this is an interesting game. I will guarantee you will be interested in it when you play. But let's go down to the table and take a look at it. The Taverns of Tiefenthal. The first thing you're going to notice about this game is you have your tavern that you're running. What you're going to notice is the board is modular when you open this up. I'm going to take one that's out, but the game starts off, your tavern starts off like this, where it's a modular board that has to be put together. And you're always going to want to put it together to begin with the prices on there face up, because that you're going to be able to upgrade your stuff later on to earn more money or make more ale or whatever it is that you're trying to do. But basically what you're trying to do is get victory points, and victory points are earned several ways, but the biggest way is through the nobles that would come into your tavern and sit down. Let me open up this deck right here, because I believe this has all of them. What nobles is they look like this, and these are patrons. They're going to come into your bar, your tavern, and sit down, and they're going to be ability to be served. All nobles, though, do sit at the same table, but also they are worth 10 victory points at the end of the game. At least this one is. You're also going to have a turn marker, or not a turn marker, but this is the turn marker, the yellow moon that goes through 8 rounds. You're also going to have your player marker that's going to be able to travel around this rondel. You can always go forward, never back. And as you go around it, you'll get different pluses. Like you hit that spot and you'll get a beer. You hit this spot and you can get rid of one of your original cards in your hand. Everybody starts out with certain cards. The patrons that you can come in are very basic. They'll come in. And you can place the exact number die on there to earn the amount of coin that it shows. But there are patrons who, give you a lot more, like perhaps this young lady who will give you, if you place a 5 here, it'll give you 5 coins. So, in other words, this is a little bit of a deck building game as well. So you're going to want to get rid of these cards eventually, so that you'll be getting these cards coming up more frequently. I'm sure everybody who's watching this knows what a deck builder is. Different things you can upgrade on your board is you can upgrade this tile so that you always have a permanent waitress. And what a waitress means is you will get to roll one of the die of your color, this is being the red player's color, that you can use to place and earn coin, move yourself forward on the rondel. Yeah, you can earn coin. You can get beer, and over here you can also get beer. And this are your bank, where you can store extra money, and you can store up to 2 per round. And over here you can store up to 2 beer per round. These can also be upgraded so that you can store 5 beer. Is it 5? Yeah. 5 beer in a round. Or, as with this tile, you could store up to 5 money in the round as well. This tile is a dishwasher, And on the back of this, if you upgrade this, and there are cards for the dishwashers and the waitresses in the deck that you can pick up by spending your money and or beers to get them. I believe the cards, the staff you hire with cash, and the patrons you get with beer. As located on this one in the upper left corner gives you, it costs you 7 beer, but you also get 2 victory points and this upgraded action on here. This game comes with some expansions already included. They recommend you play without them the first time. I have not had a chance to play with the expansions yet, but from what I've understood, they're very good. They increase the game slightly in difficulty, and also give you a lot more interesting crunchiness to get into. Back to the dishwashers. The dishwasher allow you to take any die and mitigate it by adding 1 to the die. So if you had a 4 and you wanted to move up on this track up here, you would put it here, and you would leave it as a 4. That way you would know that you did use a dishwasher for that. So basically, it goes for, 1, 2, 3, 8 rounds. And in each round you'll get different perks. The first one gives you they're little chits that sit underneath this board. And the chits are for, you can move forward on the victory track, or, let me see if I can find one. Or you can use the other side, which is another patron, and you can use that to mulligan your hand. And basically how it goes for your the start of your turn, and I'm not going to explain the entire game. There are a lot of people, including Rodney over at Watch It Played, who does an excellent description of this game, how to set it up and how to go forward with it. But basically you take your deck and you'll deal off the top of your deck. When your tables are filled with patrons, you are done. So there could be waitresses mixed in, there could be dishwashers mixed in, there could be barbacks, which give you a free beer, mixed in. There could be the other card here, I'm not sure what it's called offhand at the moment, but it gives you an extra beer every time, I believe it's every dice you put down here. There are 2 types of spots. There is a spot that says you can put this dice 1 time, any die in this case, or in this one you can put any number of 1s and 6s to get a beer. So you get a beer for each one of those. An ale, I guess you would call it. Game goes on and on until the rounds are over, and at the end of the last round, you add up your points and go. I'm really impressed with this game. I really enjoyed it. I've only gotten to play it a couple times. I want to be able to play it more. The real trick is finding a way to get your nobles, so you might want to get your money going quickly so that you can get more staff, which will help facilitate more actions during your turn, or you might want to get your beer going and get one of these upgraded so that you can come up here on this track and utilize 9, 14, or 18 to get nobles for your hand. Also, every time you do upgrade one of your pieces, one of your modular things to your board, you get a noble, and that is determined by, that is a reminder right there that that's what happens. I didn't notice this before, but each of these taverns does have a name. This one is Die Blau Forel, so those of you who speak German might know what that means, but I do not, and I don't. But there's different modules for this. There's Schnapps module. There's so I don't have all of them on here. There's Schnapps. There is Reputation. There is Bards and different guests. And there's one where there's like little signatures. I don't know if it's signature tiles. You get them, and you have a signature book, and those give you different points. And it just expounds on the game. It makes it more interesting and more interesting. And even the base game is amazing. Another mechanic that I really like with this game is everybody starts out with these 4 white die. Then they keep these throughout the game. But one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to roll these die. and you're going to take your little coaster, and you're going to put your die on there that you rolled, and you're going to get to choose one to keep, and then you have to pass them over to the next person, and this goes around until you get back and you have 4 die back again. But there is a dice drafting component to this, and it makes it so that you have to strategically plan to set up your board in order to make the most points. It's fantastic. I've gotten to the point where if a Wolfgang Warsch game comes out, I'm going to be looking at it and probably buying it, because so far, in the last year or so, it's just been an amazing explosion of great gaming from this man. So if you enjoy his games, or if you enjoy this type of game, which is kind of like a deck building, dice placement game for points, if you enjoy this type of you're not going to find much better of a game like this, and this is going to earn one of my rare category 5 Storm out of 5. I can't speak highly enough of this game. If you like what you've seen, definitely pick it up, and as always, if you like the videos that I produce, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm trying to grow the channel. I want to be able to get more equipment, and maybe it's someday get monetized. Who knows? I know that'll mean ads for you guys, but hopefully that'll be worth it for both of us, because I'll be able to produce better content as I get higher in subscribers. But pretty soon I'm going to be having a giveaway, because I think we're either at or close to 100 subscribers, and I'll be having a giveaway for a game. And all you'll have to do for that is like and subscribe and leave a comment in the video that I posted in, and we'll get that out, and we'll get you we'll get you guys some gaming, a little bit of a free game, help you out, maybe get some people over to my channel. In the future, I know I keep saying this, but in the future I'd like to try and do some painting tutorial videos, because I'm not a master painter, but I do all right. The people that I show my work to say that things look really good. As an example, here's a piece from Shadows of Brimstone, the latest expansion that came out, and I do all right. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. So maybe I'll do some of them. If you guys are really looking to get beginner painting tutorials, to do some good table-ready stuff, let me know in the comments below. But as always, I want to say thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching the videos, thanks for stopping by the Board Games Maelstrom. See you next time.